Oh shit. There we go. Hello! Hi, Gabe. Happy. Oh, wait, hold on. Where's my game? My game popping up? There it is. There it. Wait, where's the audio, though? Oh, shit. Never mind. There's audio. Echo. I'm echoing? Oh. Hello! 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 Shinzo! 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 How y'all doing? Happy Saturday! Woohoo! I'm gonna go see Spider-Man again today. I'm so excited. Wait, I'll play the game. You had double Hana? Did you have me open twice? Silly. You silly Billy. I don't know what I'm doing. Where did we leave off at? I think I found everything. Did I not? I believe I found even the gold file, didn't I? Or did I forgore? Was I keeping notes somehow? I found the exit, not the gold. I had the answer for the gold, didn't I? Wait, are you sure? That's not. Oh yeah. Where is it? Where's the thing? Is it the tablet I need? Oh, there we go. What pieces say the password? The fuck? Wait, where's the game? Oh, we need to find the second password. Is it this one? Wait, I forgot. No, wait, no, it's the board over there. Hold on. Yes, Gabe, what did you say? Wait, let me out! What did you say last time, Gab? You said something like only going one direction, something, something. Wait, didn't you just tell me what it was? I guess when you just told me what the number was, or what the password was last time. The only hand I've got one piece for the second password. What does one piece mean? One piece. Stop it! I'm trying to look at the damn thing. Why isn't Gab? I hope y'all are having a swell Saturday. I went to Wendy's and I said, can I get the 4 for 4? I get this all the time, by the way. Medium Dr. Pepper. Swap the fries for bacon pub fries. And the guy was like, we can't do that. And I was like, I'm trying not to be a Karen. I was like, when did that change? The solution is to watching all at one piece. Oh, God. I said it was the same numbers, but... What happened to my sheet last time? Didn't I have a piece of paper? Anyway, so point is, they said, I just asked my manager, and he said we can't do it. Since when? Manager was here Thursday. I do this all the time. I get the 4 for 4, large or medium Dr. Pepper. Swap the fries for bacon pub fries. No onions on the burger. I get this all the time. If I get a large drink, it comes out to $6 even. If I get a medium drink, it's like $5.74. Give me my bacon pub fries. So instead, I went to Taco Bell. No, that wasn't even what that wasn't what he was saying I couldn't do. Gabe, just give me the password. Please. I don't even remember what the numbers are. Let me out of here. What's the password? The password is What's the four-letter word? Yes. Damn it. The password was not piss. I straight up know I took notes last time, and I don't know where they were, because I don't think I took them in-game. Did I? How do I move over? There's 2 pages, isn't there? Brain memory. I love it's called brain memory. Yeah? Here I am asking Gabe for the password. Gabriel? Hello? The password is... lion. I want the password, Gabe. Give it to me. We already know how to do it. I just don't want to do it. I want to progress. I just want the gold file. 4. It was piss. I was right. Okie da dokie da. Maybe I was confusing it for last run, or the last puzzle where I got both. Nice work, Sigma Balls. Oh wait, look. Whoa. Huh? This one is different. Oh shit. Alright, sun. They're all suns. Let me out of here. Thanks, Gab, for helping me cheat. Sun. Thank you very much. And give it to me. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. It says lock, let's go! Alright, let's do this. Nah, I don't read them anyway. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! You found it! Woo! I want to go to an escape room so bad.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Hey, wait a minute.
45 minutes remain.
Hey, wait a minute. We're not even there yet. What timeline is this? Is this the one where Dio went in? What the heck? Except now, are we just leaving? Do we have to leave Quark here? Because he's like in the decompression chamber right now. What the hell?
Somebody else must have opened one of the AB rooms.
I bet it was Dio, that bastard. Why would they do that? Whatever, we should be heading back anyway. But this means that with Quark in here, we have 1 availability with the vaccine. I headed for the door.
Wait!
Oh. Clover's voice stopped me. What is it? I keep throwing my pen by accident. I turned to see her pointing towards the wall with the treatment pods.
The screen, it changed.
Oh, is he cooked?
The screen on the pod's monitor thingy.
He's all cooked now. Oh, he's blue. Oh yeah, it says recent operational records. I stepped closer and began to read. What it said was interesting. Currently treating 1 subject. Yeah, that 1 subject had meant Quark. This was the pod we'd put him into, after all. I read on. Subject released. Subject successfully restored. Cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of 1 subject. What, there's no time for that? All prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. Oh. I checked the other pods. They were all the same. 1 subject released. 1 subject successfully restored. We don't know what time it is, do we? But I guess this is probably starting to explain the theory that I had, was that it's significantly after. Like, they thought through, like, a process of elimination that it was, like, almost maybe New Year's-ish. only a few days after they got kidnapped. But this is starting to fill the theory that it's like, you know, years after that point. Oh, what is all this?
I think it's saying that about 8 hours ago, somebody in this pod woke up from cold sleep.
Oh my goodness.
Well, 3 people actually.
That could be us.
One for each pod. They all say the same thing, see?
It's before we all woke up, huh? I mean, it hasn't been 8 hours yet.
Yeah.
So the three pod people could be 3 of us. They could have been captured earlier. Don't know how much earlier. Then they were thawed out 8 hours ago and carried into the AB rooms.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I really don't think there'd be anyone else in here besides the 9 of us.
Oh god. I feel like this would turn into like a horror game. Pretty easily.
Well, I guess it's actually the 10 of us, huh?
Oh yeah, that old lady. What's up, Gabe? Yeah. If you count the old woman we found, then it would be 10, wouldn't it? So who were the 3 pod people?
Don't ask me.
What a strange way to call it.
How am I supposed to know that? All it says is subject.
Yep.
A, that's creepy. B, it doesn't tell us anything about who they might have been.
It doesn't say when they were put into cold sleep either.
And this bit, where it says, all prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
It's pretty sussy indeed. I wonder why they wouldn't just write the time though.
What?
Well, you said it yourself. The log says 8 hours ago, not like 9:15 a.m. Those minus signs have to mean this far into the past. Who would ever write the time like that?
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Maybe Zero Senior doesn't want us to know what the actual time is.
Why not?
Hell if I know. Speaking of things I don't know, why did this stuff suddenly show up? It seems like whatever it was that triggered this activated as soon as we opened the door to leave. Excuse me.
Wouldn't that mean Zero Senior set it up to work that way?
Yeah, but why? That's what I'm asking. What reason would he have to do that?
Maybe he wanted us to see the records.
Perhaps, but he deleted a bunch of the data. Why? For the mystery, perhaps? It's no fun if you provide all the info at once, you know?
Could it all
Or
be
maybe
a
for the
trick?
rat brain shit. A trick?
All of these records are fake. Zero Senior just set it up to mess with us.
You're saying this is just a joke?
Well, I can't say for sure,
God,
but it seems possible.
my oil change cost me $80. And that's with me including the oil filter. I'm gonna see how much next time it costs me if I provide the oil too. 'Cause
Right?
holy shit. No, it doesn't make sense.
Well, let's ask somebody else. Maybe they can think of something.
Okie dokie then. Yeah, you're right. I was also looking at the paper. Inflation hitting the oil changing business too, because it was $10 more than it was 4 months ago for me. If the AB gates have opened, we need to be heading back to the warehouse anyway.
Yeah, and we need to tell everyone what happened with Quark.
Quark. We double-checked that Quark was all right in his pod, then hurried out of the treatment center. We're gonna come back, and he's gonna be gone. That's gonna be fun, isn't it? Ah, what the heck? Something must have scratched my gum. Or my cheek, rather. Okay. Alright, which one of you gosh dang diddly darn duties did this? Is this another warehouse?
It looks just like the other one. Hey, could you show me that map?
Oh, you go. I was like, why is it only
That's
2 of us? I keep forgetting Quark is literally unconscious.
This one is right under the floor A warehouse.
Huh, so it is.
Oh,
Did we
are
find?
those?
The stores are. Wait.
And there are 3 of them.
Pardon me. Okay, let's go take a closer look. I was also looking at renting a storage unit,
I knew
and
it.
the prices of those went up
These
too.
are chromatic doors.
Because I used to rent one like like 2 years ago,
See?
and it was like 30 something a month. But now it's hard for me to find one even less than 50.
They've got a little box right next to them.
And
just
then
like the
when I was
others.
about to rent one, it was telling me my total charge, like after admin fee, a lock, which I already have, so I didn't need to buy a lock, but it wouldn't let me uncheck it. You know, the first month rent, it was like $100, and I was like, what the fuck? I have a lot of shit, so I would need a storage unit. So these are 3rd round chromatic doors, huh? I guess we'll be coming back here pretty soon.
Yeah, well, we might not have to.
A month? Yes, $50 a month to rent a storage unit, 5x5.
We both have 6 BP right now.
The smallest they have. Oh yeah, this was after we betrayed 10BLG, right? Give us your shit, old man. See? Wait, why do you say that, Gabe? Yeah, that's true.
We're a
So?
pair, right?
Yeah,
And who's our opponent?
Quark.
Exactly.
She can tell us to betray him.
But he's in the pod right now, so...
She's gonna tell us to— No. I already know what happens once she gets 9. We're not gonna betray Quark. We're not gonna do that.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Nah, this—
Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Let's see what the flowchart says. Ugh. You're not saying we should pick betray, are you?
Weren't you planning to? That
No.
was why you were okay with option C when we were making the groups.
Yeah, this one. I'm sorry, I mean a burrito too. I thought that with Quark's condition, I'd be able to choose ally and not worry about getting betrayed.
Oh, come on. You don't need to lie to me.
Shut the fuck up.
We're partners. That means we share the same
No, I
destiny.
won't, Spy. We already did a route where Clover got 9 and immediately skedaddled out. We're not that kind of bug.
So let's not hide anything.
We
from
know
each
what
other.
she's gonna do. What's saying well? Nothing has changed. This conversation between her and Alice would have happened at the beginning. I'm not hiding anything. Oh yeah. In this timeline I can go with her. I don't— oh my god, Shinzo.
Wait, you're serious? You were really going to pick ally?
I'm not sleazy like you. God damn.
Whoa. Hold on a second there. We might not get another chance like this. Let's say we ally and get up to 8 points. We don't know if we'll be able to get any points next round.
Good.
For all we know, there might not even be a next round.
Well, not at this rate, because the fucking flowchart keeps fucking me over, but you know. Oh. Oh.
There are 3 other people with
There's not a
60
next round.
right? Dio, Kay, and Phi. What do you think's going to happen if one of them gets 9 points this round?
Oh my god, well. I've already seen what happens when Phi and Clover get 9, right? That's not gonna happen.
Why not?
Phi and Luna are playing against Tenmyoji. He's only got 1 BP left, though. I really don't think they'd pick Betray. If Tenmyoji picked Ally, they'd kill him. The same goes for Dio. He's playing against Alice and Kay, and Alice is BP.
No!
No?
Don't even think about that.
I agree. But our BP is the same as Tenmyoji, so unless Dio's willing to kill I bet he would. He totally would. We already know. He won't be able to get to his 9 BP.
Then Alice has to vote betray.
Yeah, that is certainly the best defensive option.
But if Dio chooses ally, then Kay
Then-
would have 9 BP.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, it's just like I said then.
I have a feeling Dio's not gonna pick Ally. The safest option would be for Alice to pick Betray, and then Dio's probably gonna pick Betray too.
If Kay gets 9 BP, Then there won't be a
Based
third
off
AP
previous routes. Well, that's not necessarily the case.
So it's over when someone gets 9 PP.
No. As long as that person doesn't open
No.
the number 9 door, the game goes on.
Yeehaw! Hold on, I'm gonna
So
stick
you
this
think that
burrito in
Ken
my
will
mouth.
Stay here, even if he gets enough points to leave?
Oh, very possible.
No, it's not.
It is. Well, we can think about how we're going to vote later. Zero's keeping that one horror game. Wait, what? Oh, Plague Tale, yeah. For now, we need to get back to the others. There's a couple things I gotta do when we get back.
Fine.
Alright, back to floor A then. Let's move. I turned and headed for the exit. After a few moments, I heard Clover's footsteps falling behind me. Oh my goodness. I thought about skipping over the Plague Tale just to play Amnesia, but I think I'm gonna wait. I'll wait to play Amnesia for a couple of weeks. I'll finish the Plague Tale first. I don't like keeping food out while I stream, so I was just trying to finish my lunch. How much time is left? Dinner. Lunch finished. Fuck, that might be my dinner
Clover.
too. Clover. I thought you said sober.
Thank goodness you're back.
Well, Alice is still sprite and young. I don't know what I was trying to get with that.
Yep.
Maybe the last ones?
Yes.
Was it you?
Hey, where's Quark?
Don't worry, he's fermenting right now. Tenmyoji's expression was furious, and from the way he was stomping toward me, I felt like I only had a few seconds before I was on the ground with his hands around my neck. I explained what had happened with Quark and the pods as quickly as I could.
So are these pod things really safe?
Oh no, I hope.
Probably.
Probably.
No, they're definitely safe.
Well,
He's
are they
fine.
safe or aren't they?
Well, unless he was a healthy plant, I think he'll be okay.
Look, I'm just worried about him, all right?
I get it, old man.
Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover? Don't worry. We've still got 20 minutes left.
Alright, time to run.
Plenty of time to go have a look and come back.
Okay. Come on then.
As soon as she finished, she was off. Tenmyoji followed her at her heels, and in the blink of an eye, they were gone. Out the magenta door. I thought it said management door. Did we press the treat button or the hurt button on the pod? We haven't pressed it yet. I'm gonna press the treat. Alright, you guys got some splaining to do.
I beg your pardon.
Who opened the door? I wanna know why the hell you go and do something like that.
Sigma, take a look.
As she spoke, Vi gestured toward the line of AB rooms. Only one was open.
It's not like we opened them all up.
I don't think that matters. So you're saying only one person or one pair jumped the gun here?
Yes.
Well, then who was it?
I opened it.
Yeah, of course it was you. Couldn't expect anything else. So it was you. Figured as much.
It's not really a big deal, okay? I mean, you came right back.
Yes, Theo. Yes, it is a big deal. What if we what if we hadn't solved it yet?
Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd have just defaulted to ally.
No, not just. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find one of these notes?
What?
Stupid. Oh, I hurt my jaw saying that. It's you, Kid Rock. You know what? You might be right. We found this in the treatment center.
There was no such thing in the pressure exchange chamber.
Oh my god, I thought he said pleasure chamber. Holy shit.
I didn't see one in the
Excuse me.
pantry either.
Huh. Well, whatever. You should really probably read it, though.
Here are some more AB game rules for you.
Har.
Not voting is not a option. If both parties refuse to vote,
I made a mistake of scratching my eye, and now it's really itchy.
then every bunny gets penalized.
A pressure exchange chamber? We did that last round. It was me, Clover, and... who else was with us? I don't remember. I think it was another guy. But I don't think it was Dio.
In other words,
I don't think it was Tenmyoji either. Wait, how many characters are there? I think it was Tenmyoji now I think about it.
one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
No, we haven't grouped with Dio yet. We don't know what kind of guy he is. You get it now? If we hadn't gotten back in time, Clover, Quark, and I would have died. And you just...
Alright, I get it.
I don't think we've grouped with K either. We've grouped with Tenmyoji and LS a lot.
Sorry. Cut me some slack though, man. I didn't know.
So you wouldn't have opened the gate if you did?
Of course I wouldn't have. What the hell, bro?
What the hell, bro? His voice is familiar, and speaking of, Persona 3 is getting that remake, right? Is he, almost said Akechi. That's not the right one. Wait, is it the right one? No. What's the... I've been waiting for this guy. Why am I forgetting his name? That is him, right? See? It starts with an A, doesn't it? I keep thinking Akechi and Adachi. Those are two completely different assholes in different games. What was his name? Is this the same guy? I mean, yeah, probably Spy. I think these games came out roughly within the same time period. Actually, I think this one would have been, this obviously would have been closer to Persona 4's release. Considering this was on the Vita and all. What's his name, Gabe? Just look it up.
You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right?
Oh yeah, and we were talking about, I think whenever we found Phi, I was like, oh, this is Aigis, which is fitting because Phi acts like a fucking robot. Akihiko! Yeah! That's Akihiko, right? Yeah?
If they treat people there, I'd think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff.
No. It was a fucking boiling hot fake jellyfish tank, though.
Did you find any Excelavir?
No. It's not really that kind of place. It just had those pods and that was it. Besides, if we found anything to cure Radical 6, we wouldn't have put Quark in the pod.
I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6?
No, it can only suppress the symptom.
How do you know that?
Because it told me, stupid. Oh, it says on the screen next to the pods. Something about how it can provide relief from the symptoms, but can't actually cure the disease. It's better than nothing, though. Oh, right, there was one more thing about the pods I should tell you. Damn, I'm so fucking hyped for the, Persona 3 remake. I think I saw something that's basically, you know, the trailer, the leaked trailer, shows it for Xbox. But I think I saw something that it's technically going to be like all current systems, so Xbox, PS3, or PS4, PS5, Switch, and then I'm like turmoiling over it. I was like, oh my god, which one am I gonna fucking get? Because on one hand, I want the PS5 one, obviously, for the graphics, like, you know, it's gonna be, ow, I bit my tongue. It's gonna look better, right? Run faster, that kind of stuff. But on the second hand, if I get it on my Switch, I can play it on the go. And that's what I'm struggling with. I'm so happy. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, look it up. It's so good. Ah! yeah, one thing I should tell you. As quick as I could, I explained what the records had said about the pod's occupants and their cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
Yes, it was very cold. They didn't have blankets or anything.
Are you suggesting that 3 of us were, until recently, cryogenically frozen?
Yes. Not to be confused with chronologically frozen. If you can trust what we read. Not read. Yeah.
Which of us are the pod people then?
I want to be a pod person. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It didn't say who they were or even when they were frozen.
So this cold sleep, that means they
Oh?
basically froze the body solid, right? Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down.
What's up, Gab? Yeah, I think so.
So what would happen to the heart?
Was this set in another game or something? I can't remember. Where I might be making shit up. I might have just heard this from somewhere else. Where it's like theoretically, cryogenically freezing is basically like an instantaneous freeze, right? So there's no opportunity for ice crystals to form on in the blood or the blood cells. And that is typically what prevents, it's those ice crystals that prevent the revival, right? So like, once you would be melted, everything would be fine, right? I don't know. Do you think Alice and Quark are pod people? They had radical sex at the beginning, but now their symptoms are coming out again? I don't know. I don't think so. I have a feeling that, Sigma is one of them. Any of the characters that suffer from the memory loss are probably... Because Alice... Not Alice, what's her name? The girl. The weird nurse girl. She said that memory loss... I believe she said it. She said memory loss would have been a symptom from sleeping too long, right? So I know pretty much all of them are suffering from some sort of memory loss, but like, I don't know. It could also be that, the old lady was one of them. I don't know. It could have been that the old lady was there as like a sort of time limit. DFVA is indeed the same as Akihiko. Gara! Wait, who was Gara? Christopher... Was it a Chris? I can't remember the voice actor's name. Christian... What the fuck? There was a voice actor... Liam O'Brien! Wow, I'm way wrong. There was this voice actor I used to really like when I was a kid, and I forgot his name all of a sudden. I almost said Christian Bale. Crispin Freeman, I think it was. What did he voice? Sorry. It's just the games. Crispin Freeman. What? Oh yeah, American voice actor. Okay. What did you vote? Oh, he voiced Itachi. Oh, he was Koichi and Digimon. What the fuck? Why was he one of my favorites? Because I'm looking at these roles and it's like, I didn't really like any of these characters. He voiced Balmung and Dot Hex Sign. Let's see. Oh shit, he was in Rave Master. Oh, he was in Zatch Bell? Liam voiced Kane? Wait, what? Did that game have voice acting? Were there voice acted cutscenes in 4 when we played it? No, I know who Kane is. Kane is one of the most notable Dragoons in Final Fantasy. Oh, okay. Oh, he was Kirei in Fate Zero. Gross. Hey, what the fuck? Oh shit, he's in Demon Slayer. This guy's still around? Always the old creepy monk dude. He's not really creepy. Anyway, yeah, wait, maybe I'm confusing Crispin Freeman and somebody else, because none of those roles I would have been into. What?
Wouldn't it stop when you were put into a cold sleep?
Well, yeah, duh.
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Oh. Is that what we're thinking about? Oh. So if we go into a cold sleep, our bracelets would come off.
Then we can just defrost ourselves right away.
Wait, what about the kid?
You said there were 3 pods, right?
We're fucked. We can't leave now.
We don't
Actually,
know
no,
what to do
we
it
would still
3
be able.
times
If
for
it's the same
9
as last time, we would still be able to use the bracelet.
Uh-huh.
I imagine that will work for you, but perhaps not so much for me.
Yeah, this guy. Wait, no, I don't think it works on healthy bodies anyway. I don't think that theory is gonna work out. Because we know that whenever we try to do it on a healthy plant, it just shattered the plant. Wait, but that wouldn't make sense, because that would mean that we're all... Gabe, what if we're not healthy? What if you're right? What if the ones of us that were frozen were not healthy bodies? Hi, Gambit, how are you? I missed you. But if that would mean that we would all have to be sick.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Now we'll let the
We should
robot
go
die.
have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more.
Of course.
Gabe, didn't you throw out a theory this guy was 7? I think that's what I was thinking at the beginning. I said he was 7.
What? What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna.
Well, okay, never mind. That's...
Zero Senior must have just locked it down.
When Clover and I were in here, it worked.
Yeah, I remember checking it.
Hmm. Well, now what?
Then that bastard set this up. Oh, that's low.
It is not pleasant, but consider this.
We could have... They didn't even have to do this. We could have just, like... Just mentioned it. Be like, oh, I don't think that would be a good idea because you would just die and shatter.
We have seen how thorough Zero is.
But instead,
Would
they
you really
just
have
made
left
it this
such
way,
an
where it's like,
obvious
we
loophole?
can't do that. We can't, because it's not working.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off.
Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate outcome.
Hmm.
Unfortunate? Really? You sure? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were gonna get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours.
Y'all, didn't we only have 20 minutes like 20 minutes ago?
How could you say that? I would never be so petty as...
Before Kay could finish, the announcer's voice echoed through the facility. Yeah, that's what I thought.
10 minutes remain.
Damn, this was
until
only 10 minutes.
Game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes.
Yeah, I'm so hyped for Spider-Man again. I paid extra for, like, some high digital quality digital audio.
If no vote is
If you haven't
recorded
seen it yet,
before the deadline has passed,
definitely check it out.
any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Assuming you've seen the first one already. 'Cause god damn!
Time's running out. We should get back, guys.
Eat some good snacks. I don't know. Gabe, the ticket for the movie was $17 plus. I ain't got money after that to buy snacks.
I'm staying here.
Well, not at the theater at least.
I can't leave Quark.
Are you nuts, old man? You're a solo. Luna and Phi could kill you.
Yeah, I know. I've only got 1 BP.
Exactly.
Well, imagine he is killed and he's here with Quark, and then Quark awakens and sees his grandpa just exploded on the floor. Oh wait, no, these ones don't explode. Damn, disappointing.
If you don't vote, you'll default to ally.
At least as far as I'm aware, they don't explode. But considered what they told us, I don't think it'd do all that.
All they have to do is pick Betray.
We won't. You staying here won't change our vote. Right. We all
Oh shit, Shinso!
It's just another reason for
That scared me.
stick to that plan.
What does that say? Hi, thank you! That'll go to my snack fund for today then. Thank you for the dono.
Luna has the same number of BP as you, Tenmyoji.
And it was explained you just become sleepy. What? Yeah, you go sleepy, and then it's like a muscle relaxer. And that's what happened. You die from shitting yourself.
Normally, the safe plan would be to choose Betray. Since you will be unable to betray them, then Phi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points.
That's what happens when they give you a muscle relaxer. Your sphincter don't work anymore. You shit yourself.
Well, there you go.
Also, I still had I just remembered my theory that Luna is so medically inclined because she is actually the daughter of the CEO of the Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And this whole thing was set up by her. This is revenge on what we did to her father. Or grandpa, or whoever it is at this point. Your heart shits itself.
I trust Phi and Luna.
Your your heart stops due to cringe.
I'm sure they'll choose ally.
Because you shit yourself. What's up, Gibbs? Sounds good. Okay then, Tenmyoji, you take care of Quark.
You think I need you to tell me that?
Alright, don't take care of him, jackass.
I won't take my eyes off him for a minute.
Come on.
Just fucking
We
walk
don't
out.
have much time left.
Am I starting with this game? No! What the fuck? We've played 999. How do you think I... Do you think I'm just coming out with like theories out of my ass and somehow being right about the names of things? At this point in the game, there's no mention of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Except maybe in the gold notes that I'm not reading.
We need to go.
Because I think most of them are just context to the previous game, right? Now we played and we beat 999 before playing this one. Back in Floor A warehouse, we opened the AB rooms. And that's why, otherwise I wouldn't have known who 7 was, but maybe you weren't here when I mentioned that.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Alright, we're voting ally, right? Alright, Clover. We should probably head in too.
Okay.
She's gonna push me out of the way and press betray. She's gonna literally betray me. She's gonna say, out of the way, bitch!
Sigma?
Sigma, do you remember when I said I would listen to anything you said? Yeah, you told me we should betray Quark since we might not get another chance like this. Yeah! Well, Alice was an interesting thing to see. But, yeah, I don't think I forgot, you know, the route where she fucking chopped us up with the fucking axe. Right?
Yeah.
Hee hee.
Can I, take that back?
What?
I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose ally.
Well, that's new. Well, damn, what happened? That girl mass ending. That's more than just a little bit. That's like someone trading in a Shih Tzu for a German Shepherd. What the hell happened with you two? Did he say something to you?
I can't tell you.
Huh. What? Why?
I just can't. You'd laugh if I did anyway.
I won't laugh.
Really?
Sorry, that was premature, wasn't it? Promise.
Well, I still can't tell you.
Okay. Hey, come on.
I promised. I told Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody.
Okay, fine. We're voting ally. That was my idea anyway. I won't ask about it again. But Tenmyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Our opponent is Quark.
No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji. If we betray Quark, we're betraying Tenmyoji.
Didn't you betray Tenmyoji round 1? But if it's through a proxy, then it's bad, right?
Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue, and green doors, Tenmyoji said something.
I didn't
Oh,
say
he
there
said,
was anyone
I
trust.
see.
There's one person, Clover. Just know that you'll keep him safe.
I can't
Okay.
betray somebody who'd say that about me.
Alright. You seem pretty ready to betray him back on floor B.
That's because I didn't know who he was.
Uh-huh. So you're saying you know who Tenmyoji really is?
Well, if what he told me was true, yeah.
Tenmyoji's actually Snake from the future.
Until Ambidex game polling closes.
Oh god, that'd be fucked up. I'm getting some real timey-wimey shit.
Please.
Sorry, it wouldn't be the future, right? Because if that were the case, if we go back to my whole theory here about the whole time travel, which wasn't really time travel, it was all a, No, Gibbs, shut up! Gibbs, silence your face right now. No hints, no implications, okay? Anything I say is me throwing out theories. I do not need any confirmation on the matter. But, last time, I was saying, that Quark and Tenmyoji aren't so specifically grandpa and grandson. And that there's something else at it. But, I think when I theorized it initially, it was actually time travel, but I kept confusing myself with what it was I was trying to actually think of. Which wasn't time travel, it was simply one bug being suspended and then time itself progressing forward, which is where we would be now, right? So far, Clover and Alice, I don't know. Because if there's only 3 pods, that's what's throwing me off. I feel like one has to be me. But anyway.
Choose ally.
You aren't going to try and vote yourself?
If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. So...
The fact that she went to choose ally surprised me. Yeah, that was one theory I had, but that doesn't quite, I don't think, fit the realm of this world. I don't remember if time travel was ever specifically mentioned in this game. But who knows. With that, I turned to face the voting machine. The question was, what would I do? Ally or betray? Just as Clover had said, betraying Quark was like betraying Tenmyoji. That wasn't even- Oh god, I'm hard if he wants to vote betray! Phone room? I don't think so. That wasn't even taking into consideration that Quark was just a kid. And he was infected with a deadly disease that would almost certainly kill him if we didn't do anything. Wait, there was a phone room the first route we did. It was like some cells, like gel cells with phones in them. And we dialed boobs, I remember. We dialed boobs, we dialed... That 8675309. Yeah? What else did we dial? Some scary... Some scary ass number that freaked me out. How can I betray someone like that? I don't know, it was like, no, I don't know if it was puking. It said it was like gross squelching or something, right? Only a monster would take advantage of a helpless child for their own gain. On the other hand, what Clover had said in the warehouse on floor B was true. No, we did 6969. We did all the options, I think. Okay, hello, Suda. Yeah, no, we did 6969. Yeah, I literally looked up a list to see what numbers we could dial. It was really fun though. I love that part. Because I dialed boob as a joke, and whenever there was a dial tone, I was like, HanayomeK. Tell me HanayomeK. What Clover had said in the warehouse floor B was true. It was unlikely that I'd get the chance like this again. If I choose Betray, then I'd have 9 BP. I would be able to escape this godforsaken hellhole.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex's game.
Do you consider the rat brain theory thing time traveling? Yeah, you're right, because they did that in 999. No. Not in this literal sense. If Pork and Tenmyoji would be the same guy, then it's not the same thing. So what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or betray? I chose.
3, 2, 1.
Bro, always waiting the last fucking second for this shit.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Bro, what if we get out? What if we get out and see that Quark chose Betray?
Thank you for your participation.
I mean, we'd be fine, but like, imagine
Ambidex
that.
Gates now opening.
Because we know
What did you choose, Sarah?
Grandpa's stayed behind. Wait, no, he wouldn't have been able to vote, right? Or could he vote on his little wristwatch? I can't remember. You didn't see me push the button?
No.
Huh. Well, you'll know in a minute. Let's go. I gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed towards the wall, where the results will be displayed. Surprise, bitch! I chose Betray! Yo. Oh shit!
Results
I dropped something.
from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
I have a little container I keep in my fridge and it's just got sauce packets in it. And so when I go get fast food, like Taco Bell or Wendy's, and they're like, what kind of sauce do you want? Come on, bitch. Y'all give me like 500 every single time I go. I just grab my stash.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Every single time this happens, I get so nervous. I figured that would happen. Oh, okay. I was like, if I see Ally pop up, I'm like, what? Okay. Whew. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, Dio is probably gonna vote Betray. To play it safe, they have to pick Betray. Otherwise, they fucking die.
Points.
So glad we're not seeing Alice keel over just yet.
Accordingly.
Just yet, I mean, because that happened last time.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated.
We haven't seen any bracelet-related deaths yet, though. In fact, I think we've only seen, like, 1 death. Right? Everything else has always been, like, a to be continued. We didn't fill it all. Fill the condition. Yeah. Work is sick, a kid unable to vote. I couldn't bring myself to betray someone like that.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. I only did what anyone would have. So you guys chose Ally too, huh?
Of course. Tenmyoji had only 1 BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote ally, so there's no way we could betray somebody in that position.
If we had...
Wow, y'all are so nice. Yeah, you didn't have much choice. Maybe it's like 99 and it's fake or something. What, the death? Or what? Alice K and Dio, on the other hand, seem to have had a less pleasant round.
Hey, what the hell is your problem?
Oh, here I was thinking Alice voted Betray because she knew Dio would do that.
You're either crazy or just an asshole. Were you trying to kill me?
No, nothing like that.
Well, I guess they could have also just voted Betray, but there's no way Dio was going to do that.
Well then, what was it like? If we'd voted ally,
You would be dead. The needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Hey, if y'all were literally on death's door and you assumed some bug would vote against you and you would die, how would you present yourself in death? Would you panic, or would you be like, shit, well, this is it. Might as well pose myself in some cool-ass way.
I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose Ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. The only way you could possibly vote was Betray. Picking Ally when I knew you guys would pick Betray would have been suicide.
You can't die. You've got 6 BP.
Well, maybe not immediately, but I would have been signing my own death warrant.
Yeah, immediately. I would have only put him to 3. I don't think I would have been that bad. You'd pose. I would fucking... Never mind, I'm not gonna finish that.
Heck, not just mine.
Never mind, I won't say it out loud.
Everyone except Kay's.
You'll have to read my mind to figure it out.
What?
Didn't you think it through? Your vote was always gonna be Betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked Ally.
Oh.
What would happen to Kay's BP?
6 plus 3 would make 9.
See? Then it'd be game over. Life over.
Wife
You'd open the
over.
number 9 door and blow this popsicle stand.
Wife ogre.
And that'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable
That's that one
lives
anime.
stuck in this place.
Oh, I'm so excited! My loft bed comes in next month, I hope.
You see? That's why I chose Betray.
I hope.
I did it to save all our necks, including yours.
It's taken such a long time to get here. Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of her rebuttal, before finally snorting indignantly and stalking away. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sound of the door sliding shut.
The Ambidex Games Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round.
Have we ever had a round 3? No. Is there a round 3? Hold on. This one keeps going down. No, because this would be round 3, right? I can't tell. I don't think we have.
Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys.
The star
The
keys.
Ambidex gates can be opened as many times.
Yeah, it's always been an
as the
almost
players
time for
wish
round
to
3 and then
open them.
shit happens. As many times as we want, huh? Then that
We can
means...
play the AB game as many times as we want,
Then that is what that means. That is quite literally what he just said.
right?
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close,
Hey,
your
going.
colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are in this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Wait, Soda Cup, I spin you up. Let's have a party. I'm green. Wait, was I a solo? No, wait, I'm blue. I was a solo. Whose hand looks like mine? This is throwing me off. God damn it. I see. Luna and Clover are a cyan pair, and Fly and Alice are a magenta pair. The remaining 3 are all solos. Kay is red, Dio is green, and I'm blue. Oh, apparently Dio's hand looks like mine. How are the groups supposed to work for the next round? I think the next doors are going to be those white ones down in on floor B warehouse. Wait, did I really say Tenmyoji was Snake? He's blind. Why did I say that? Huh. Anyway.
Yeah, I heard about those.
Yeah.
Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out.
Yeah, so lay it out for us. How are the groups going to shake it out this time? Not shake out, shake out. Not shake it out. We aren't peeing. I nodded and began to explain. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh? Is there only one option?
I don't like figuring out, I don't like reading all that shit. I'll just go with what the game tells me, which is gonna be nothing! This route's not gonna get us anywhere!
Yes. No other combinations would be able to open the secondary doors. Admittedly, Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here for
I'm
us
glad
to
there's
chat,
smart characters for us
but
to...
I'm sure they're the
yeah.
yellow pair.
smart characters here for them to figure out which doors we have to go through.
If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody he could pair up with.
Oh god. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then.
I would love to go through a Zero Escape themed escape room. I think someone said that they've done that before.
Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio. Wait.
Wait. Wait, what? What did you say, wait?
What should we do now? It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open.
Investigation! God damn, an hour 20 minutes. Yeah, about 80 minutes.
I'm worried about Quark's condition.
A Zero Escape Minecrafter? Okay.
Those pods can't cure Radical 6. He still needs help.
Well, we don't have anything to lose. So we might as well look for that medicine. Excelavir, right?
Excelavir!
Yeah.
Rah, rah,
What about the
rah.
rest of you?
Oh, I'll help.
As will I.
Fucking Luna's gonna poison it once we get there.
Me too.
Fine. I guess I can help.
What about you, Sigma?
Of course I'll help. What kind of jerk wouldn't?
Okay. We should split up and search.
After some discussion, Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice to the treatment center, and Cleverfy and myself to the pressure exchange chamber.
Shall we regroup in the Floor B warehouse 10 minutes before?
Have we
the
done this
doors open?
before, though, where we had assigned specific people go to these areas? We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna.
You are going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
Then please remember to tell Tenmyoji where we intend to meet and when.
Okay.
You must also remember
Okey-dokey.
to bring Quark with you. I am concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Tenmyoji will be unable to open the secondary door.
Right. Good. Looks like we got all that straightened out. Let's go.
Let's go! With a final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading in a different direction. And Sigma was daydreaming of the Senator's wife, they did, but it wasn't mentioned. Well, they didn't assign groups, did they? I could have sworn they all just mentioned that they were going to these areas, and some were gonna go with others. So this is the pressure exchange chamber.
No, this is the prep room.
Okay, smart
There are
ass.
2 levels. The actual pressure exchange chamber is downstairs.
I know, I've been here before.
How do you know that?
Alice told me. She was one of the people who investigated this room.
Alice told me. Did you talk to her when you were waiting for us back in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Well, let's head downstairs then.
Good idea.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. So this is the real thing.
Seems like it.
Why did they have something like this here?
Well, this is just what Alice told me, but
Really, the pressure inside the facility was a lot higher than the pressure outside. That was part of a system designed to keep the virus from getting in. Well, what good that did, am I right? It did mean, however, that we need to go through the decompression process in order to get outside.
remember all those suits along the wall of the prep room? Those keep you from getting infected. We won't even be able to enter the pressure exchange chamber if we don't have them on.
I see. Whoa, 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 whoa. And that newspaper article was right?
Unfortunately, that seems pretty likely.
So the air out there is teeming with Radical 6.
Yeah.
Something's been bothering me.
What is it?
Aren't you saying that if we put on those suits, we can go into the pressure exchange chamber and go outside, right?
Oh. No, we can't do that.
Yeah.
The door beyond the pressure exchange chamber is locked up tight.
Damn it. Just one door between us and freedom.
Well, if you look at it that way, it's the same as the number 9 door.
2 doors between us and freedom. Okay, yeah, but...
Whatever.
Okay.
We need to be focusing on finding that Excelavir. Quark needs it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll go look around upstairs. You two take this floor, all right?
I was sleepy. I took a small nap earlier. But I feel like I've been starting to get closer and closer to sleeping through my alarms, which is freaking me out. I say that, but literally every time I've woken up, it has been within the minute that my alarm went off. But I feel like lately I usually wake up, not lately, I used to just wake up the moment my alarm went off. It's that first note that comes out, I was like, yeah, maybe. We looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Well, I don't know if that's the thing, because I use my Alexa for an alarm. I was making sure she didn't turn on when I said that. And the alarm doesn't turn off unless you turn it off, and that's not my problem. So setting another alarm wouldn't do anything, because if the first alarm doesn't wake me up, then there's nothing to... There's no second alarm. The first one's just gonna keep going. If it's like that, then I'm good. Oh shit, I hope so. We looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Eventually, I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer. Hey, what do you think the deal is with the stuff about the world being infested with some crazy virus? A pandemic seems like it would make the news, but I don't remember hearing anything. Wait a minute, you mentioned it, didn't you? Back when Dio was asking questions? We were in the infirmary. It was right after Quark lost it.
Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no, but...
And then Alice said...
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
So what's the rumor she was talking about? I got a feeling you and Alice were talking about the same thing. Clover, what do you know? What are you and Alice anyway? I heard you guys belong to some sort of organization, but what is it? Clover was quiet for a long time. She bit her thumbnail and looked down at the floor. And finally, she lifted her head and met my eyes.
Fine.
My ass would not have any fingernails in this place.
I think I can trust you.
What?
Just don't tell Alice, okay?
Okie dokie. I'll tell her in some alternate timeline. Alright.
Promise?
Promise. Clover nodded and began to talk. I listened with rapt attention, had a complete loss for words. Here's what she said. Thanks. Alice and I are agents of the SOIS, which is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. America? SOIS stands for Special Office of Internal Security. I guess that would make sense if it's America. Wait, when did 999 end? Was that in Nevada? And we were an elite intelligence division that investigates potentially disruptive or dangerous elements such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organizations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to the state of citizenry. Ew. What kind of name? Thanks for the follow, I guess. Fucking... Anyway. Our existence hasn't been made public, so there are only a few people who'd even know we exist. You're probably wondering how I even got involved with something like that, huh? Why am I having to read what she said? Why can't she just say it? Well, it started when I met Alice. Oh shit, we got some 999 lore going on. I told you that I played the notary game twice before, right? Well, this was after the second time, so about a year ago. Quote, unquote. We just escaped, and we were all stuffed in this SUV barreling across the desert. I was driving, and that's when I saw her. Wait, was it Clover driving? Alice. She was standing next to a road with her thumb out. She was already working for the SOIS, and she'd been on her way to the building we'd been trapped in as part of her investigation. Oh, why the fuck was she barefoot in the desert then? But on the way there, her car had broken down. We'd offered to give her a ride, of course. After she got in, we started talking, and it turned out that Alice had gotten a tip that the terrorists she was after were in the building we'd been trapped in. We couldn't see how us playing the notary game had anything to do with the terrorists, but Alice had a suggestion. Maybe the two people who trapped you in there are the terrorists. That didn't seem very likely to us, but we were chasing after them anyway, so we decided to bring Alice along. Unfortunately, we didn't find them. Damn, Santa and June. What was her name, Akari? Missing. As far as we know, they're still out there now on the run. Well, that was the whole thing, right? Was that the mummy was called All Ice Alice, right? Anyway, we were taken back to the SOIS headquarters and put to custody. I guess they thought there had to be some kind of connection between us being kidnapped and the terrorist group they are investigating. But they must not have found anything, because after a few days of questioning, they let us go. We all went home and returned to our lives. Ooh. But things didn't go back to the way they'd been. Making it a little better. My mom got real worried about me and my brother since we'd gotten kidnapped twice now, so she hired bodyguards for us. Oh, I haven't told you about my brother, have I? He's super awesome, for one. And he was in both of the last 2 nonary games, too. So anyway, we'd been grabbed twice. Damn, so much for these bodyguards, right? But the people behind the 2 nonary games were totally different. That didn't matter to my mom, though, so after all these huge men in black suits following... wow, what the fuck? So after all these huge men in black suits followed me and my brother everywhere. It was awful. We were always being watched. People would look at us funny because we were being followed around by a bunch of creepy looking guys. I couldn't stand it. Just when I thought I'd finally be free, all that was waiting for me was another kind of prison. The only time I was really happy was when I was hanging out with my brother. So we were talking it over one day and we decided to leave. Like, run away. So we did it! After that, we lived on our own. I worked in a cafe and he composed music. He plays the harp and started writing this kind of new agey music. It got kind of popular, so we didn't have to worry too much about surviving. Sometimes he'd play at little venues like coffee houses and stuff, and his fans would show up and listen to him play and cry. Or some of them would meet on their own and recite stuff from the book he'd written and play his songs. I know it sounds kind of like weird and culty, but they just do that stuff on their own, okay? My brother doesn't have anything to do with it. It's okay. Literally a modern, Beethoven. There we go. I almost said behemoth. Anyway, we did that for a while, then one day Alice showed up. I need your help, she told us. We need people who can do what you can do. Brain stuff? Brain shenanigans? So we went to the location she gave us, and it turned out to be the headquarters of the SOIS, where they'd taken us after the second nonary game. They put us in a room with about a dozen or so people who were all about the same age as us. A bunch of them looked familiar, too. It only took a moment to realize how we knew each other. They were all the kids from the first nonary game. Sheesh! We were all excited to see each other again. We were hugging and shaking hands and stuff. And then Alice walked in. The whole room went quiet. She walked up to the podium and looked around the room, making eye contact with each one of us. Right now, a terrorist organization is preparing for a major attack. Holy shit, this is a novel. God damn! They plan to trigger a viral pandemic. If they succeed, they will strike a massive blow against all of humanity, not just any one country. It's possible that we as a species will die out completely. We are doing our best to prevent this, but we need your help. You are what we call espers. You have the ability to access the morphogenic field. We need that. I'm guessing you don't know what any of that is, but basically we can do this thing that's kind of like telepathy. I couldn't find anything on a quick search, but it was mentioned that Cradle Pharmaceutical was located somewhere in the US. We can presume Clover's group is US too. I think we knew that already though. I'm pretty sure like literally all of this was in Nevada, right? Because we were in the test facility that was in Nevada. Right? Basically, we can do this thing that's kind of like telepathy. I mean, it isn't really telepathy, but it's probably the closest thing, okay? Espers can resonate their consciousness with another person through this thing called the morphogenic field. The purpose of the first nonary game was to research that ability, so they kidnapped kids who had the potential to do it and threw them into a game. Alice gathered up all the kids from that experiment. Well, I mean, it had been 9 years since it happened, so we weren't really kids anymore. Anyway, everybody, this was only 9 years? That doesn't make sense. It was 9 years between that and the second game. And then she said, like, didn't she say a whole other year had passed already at that point? She's bad at math. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she didn't mention the whole year passing. It's all a very short amount of time, apparently. Guy wrote a book, became a famous musician in less than a year. So it's been 10 years, bastard. That included me and my brother, of course. I bet you think I'm just making all this up, huh? I don't blame you. It is pretty crazy. I mean, I was even starting to forget I could do that stuff. So when I heard Alice's story, I was like, screw that. I was trying to move on with my life, and now some shady government creeps wanted me to use some weird ability I had for them? No way. I wasn't even sure I could do it anymore. Some of the others felt differently, though, and they told Alice they'd do it. It was a job, after all, and most people wouldn't turn down a salary like that. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you. She told us how much they'd pay us if we helped. Well, now I want to know. It was a lot, more wealth than you could imagine. But I was still totally against doing it. My brother told me he'd go along with whatever I decided, so I decided we were leaving. Well, so much for that. A couple days passed, and then Alice showed up at our apartment. She didn't waste time. The people behind the first Honorary game might have been a part of the terrorist organization Alice and the SOAS were after. Great. Huh. Just the idea of Cradle Pharmaceutical is this terrorist group. I guess, I mean, it is a medicine environment, so I guess they could manufacture a virus, maybe. But I guess at this point, it's like, why would they do that? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe to come back at us and have us do a third Nonary game, you know? No, Gabe, it says the first Nonary game. That would have been Cradle Pharmaceuticals. That would have been what the fuck was the guy's name? I keep wanting to say Alpha. That was definitely not his name. What was his name? The old man. Wasn't that she asked something that I might want to know more about? That got me curious. My brother too. But the clincher was what Seven said to us. Seven? He was one of the guys that got abducted with us for the second Nonary game. Seven was there? She called him on our phone right then and there and handed it to us. You guys are the only people who can do this. We don't know where Junpei is. Oh shit! He's gone off to travel the world looking for Akane. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Please, just do me a favor and help Alice out. Quote unquote, Junpei like Seven is another participant from the second Nonary game. Akane, and now you went out the baba. Seven was a Japanese policeman, which was probably how Alice got in touch with him. Anyway, that did it. My brother and I agreed to join the SOAS. All he needed was one guy. They can't do Junpei. For the next couple of months, all we did was train. Half of the time, it was general knowledge and technical skills an SOAS agent needed, and the other half was learning to strengthen our Esper abilities. I'd actually known about Espers for quite a while, and they had a lot of techniques that help us get better and stronger. After several months of hard work, we were finally ready for our first field missions. Mine was infiltration. My brother stayed at the base so I could relay information back through him. I was supposed to sneak into a research facility, posing as one of their workers, and then use the morphogenic field to transmit what I found back to my brother. But... oh shit, everything went wrong. It was a trap. The whole research facility was fake and I got captured. Alice had to come and rescue me. I'd been sending information about the inside of the facility to my brother, and Alice used that information to come and find me. As soon as she got there, she picked me up and carried me out. How the fuck would that be fake? I feel like they would have figured that out. I was relieved unless it was like a trap. What is it called? When it's like the company or the side you are on sets you up for a trap or something like that. Oops, sorry. I don't know if the audio quality was too quiet. I was relieved and happy to be alive and free, but I also felt ashamed and miserable. While she was carrying me back out, I started to cry. She was just so cool, and I wanted to be just like her. So from that day onward, I did everything I could to be more like Alice. Our infiltration ended in failure, but we did manage to get something useful. In fact, we were able to figure out where their headquarters was. The directors decided that December 25th, 2028 would be the day we would strike. This time, I promised myself we wouldn't screw it up. I was finally going to get some answers about something that had been with me for most of my life. But then on December 22nd, 3 days before the raid, Alice and I were attacked by people in gas masks while we were going over our plans. Sheesh. And when you woke up, you were in a warehouse.
Yeah.
God, finally. Holy shit. All that talking seemed to have tired Clover out. She sighed, her long hair swayed as she moved. Hey, I've got a few questions.
What are they?
Well, first off, your, powers, I guess. I'm guessing you can't use them right now?
Yeah. I'm not really sure why. I've been sending my brother messages ever since I woke up, but...
Maybe your brother's dead. Maybe he's died from old age at this point. No response?
Yeah. If there was another Esper here, they could make me stronger. But that's just wishful thinking. Wait. Well, if there's someone else who's stronger than me, then they kind of absorb my powers. Maybe... No, never mind. That's probably not it.
Is that a thing? I guess it could be. I don't think she and Snake were able to communicate. Then again, he was kind of unconscious like throughout most of the game, right? Right, whatever. I have some other questions, so moving on. I think I understand what Alice was talking about now. They were trying to spread that virus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who are they?
Well, I can't tell you that.
What? Why not? You told me all that other stuff, but this is too much?
Well, Alice would be mad at me.
I already told you I wouldn't tell her.
But...
Fine, let me rephrase. When are they going to do it?
Well, if we knew that, we wouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
Oh my gosh. So you don't know?
No. All we know is soon.
Soon. That could mean just about anything.
Yeah. It could be next week or next month or even next year.
Well, it's next nothing now because apparently it's already happened, right?
Or it could have happened already.
Yeah, thank you. Wait, you mean they might have already released the virus?
Wouldn't that make the most sense? Like, how about this room? Or that newspaper article? And the 3 people who were put in cold sleep.
Ooh. Saying you, me, and Alice were frozen when the pandemic happened while we were on ice? What if Kay isn't literally a guy in a, like, armor? What if Kay is literally a ghost in the shell? And we are so far in the future that some character they wanted has already gone and perished. And they uploaded his brain and his memories into a robot. No, that doesn't make sense. Nobody else has heard of Radical 6 either.
Maybe they're lying.
Really? All 6 of them?
Well, if Kay really does have memory loss, then it's only 5. Quark is out too.
So you're saying Tenmyoji, Dio, Phi, and Luna are all lying? I guess they are a little suspicious.
Right?
And what's their motive?
For lying? How would I know?
And what's the motive for a terrorist organization to start a pandemic?
I heard it was something about purifying the unclean?
Yeah, you know, the brain people, they would be able to live through this. Purifying the unclean?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, look at you.
Unclean. Unclean. Unclean.
Oh. What did she figure out?
Clean.
What? What are you doing?
Shut up.
Oh.
Just hold on a minute.
It's like when Seven was trying to figure out this whole Ice 9 thing.
I'm this close to remembering. Unclean.
Yeah.
Clean.
Clean.
Een. Een.
Een.
Een.
Een? She leapt up, suddenly excited. What the fuck is Ian?
Neostigmine.
What? Huh? Neo, what?
Did you forget it already?
Yes.
I'm talking about this stuff.
As she spoke, she pulled something out of her pocket. Where'd she get this gun? It was the injection gun, complete with a vial of medication. Oh, right, I remember that. It was in the safe in the treatment center, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have any idea what it was, though, so I gave it to you.
Exactly.
Are you saying that you've heard about this neostigmine stuff before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just remembered.
Oh shit, her brain activating. You remembered?
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of colon esterase inhibitor.
Oh my god, colon. I told y'all, shitting yourself.
That means it's a sort of antidote for tubocurine.
Sorry, but I still don't get it.
How easy do I have to make it? Ugh. Okay, fine.
They make this some big revelation, but we already knew about that before, right? On a different route?
I'll start at the top, all right? The stuff I've got in here is neostigmine, which counteracts the muscle relaxant tubocurine.
Wait, this is different, I
Follow
think.
me?
Tubocurine is the poison in our bracelets, right?
Right. It's the second thing we get injected with
Oh.
if we're penalized.
First,
Wait, one of us can die and then just inject them.
9 minutes later, the tubocurine is injected.
And get, yeah, never mind, this is different.
I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
Alright, we can have some bug die and then just have him not die. So you're saying this neostigmine keeps it from working?
Yes! Oh my god, how many times are you going to make me say it?
Jeez! So we could just inject ourselves with this and we get penalized.
Yeah! We don't have to die. We're gonna be okay. We can only pull the trigger once, though.
Oh, well. Means we can only use it on one person.
Yeah.
Well, it's still good news. This means one of us can break rules once. Like, let's see.
The best way to use it would be for sneaking through the number 9 door. If somebody gets 9 points, they can open it, right?
Ooh.
With this stuff, somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them.
How long does this antidote last, though? Does it completely, like, demolish the tubocurine or something? Or does it only, like, prevent the effects from working for a specific amount of time? Because that would be very awkward.
Anyway, I'm gonna go tell Alice.
What? Hey! Clover, wait! Clover! It was too late. Clover was already on the lift and gone. Well. Damn. I was, I think, understandably upset. With no stairs, my only choice was to wait for the lift to come back down. Uh-oh. As soon as it was back, I jumped on and headed upstairs. Bye. Where did Clover go? Bye? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This ain't good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She didn't say anything. She just stared at me with her mouth half open. You felt it? Her eyes seemed slightly glazed and her body was unnaturally stiff. I mean, yeah, of course something bad's gonna happen. Fi? I grabbed the shoulder and shook her gently. Slowly, she raised her arm, fingers drooping limply from it. She gestured toward the exit that led away from the warehouse. That way? She went out that door? I's only answer was a slow, shallow nod. What is happening? Right. Got it. Thanks. I headed for the exit, then paused. You look pretty tired. Get some rest, alright? Yeah, that's not- this is not a normal reaction from Fi. Still no response. There was something odd about her, but catching Clover seemed more like a priority. Yeah, he's like, she's just a little bit sleepy. I turned back around and jogged out the door toward the treatment center.
Okay, Beta. How you doing, baby?
Okay. Oh. beep, beep. We're gonna get here and see that fucking Quark has been reduced to crumbs. Oh, where's Tenmyoji? Old man? Huh? This is weird. Where is everybody? I'd assumed Alice would be in the treatment center, so Clover would have gone there to find her, but... Oh, Mila. The room was empty. You think her robot, her kill code is kicked in. The room was empty. Luna and Tenmyoji were gone too. They left Quark, and the readout on his pod said his vital signs were still normal. As far as I could tell, he was still asleep. Fine. Guess it's time to go look somewhere else. I made my way to the treatment center. Interesting. Oh, we haven't seen this room yet. It's like when you get lost in the grocery store and you can't find your mom. Hello? Maybe I'm the bug going crazy. It's me. I'm got the Radical 9. Radical 6, not Radical 9. Hello? Hey, Dad, you wanna come sit my lap? What the hell? What is going on here? I can't find anybody. Every single room is empty. Oh, hold on. Got Radical 68. Damn. Can we up it a little bit? It's like, y'all ever hear that joke about the guy? He gets pulled over. He's like, did you know you were doing 68? In a 50 or whatever. It's like, can't you make that number cooler, officer? And then it like cuts and he's like in court and he's like, how the fuck you go 420? Or something. It's like a fucking random ass giant number. Wait, there's still one place I haven't checked. The infirmary. I almost said the doctor room, but I was still right, okay? We get there and the old lady is here. The old lady is alive. There we go. Oh, girl, Bella. Oh, what is happening with this? I do have it. I ran into the room and stopped short. I might as well have run into a brick wall. My chest tightened so much I could barely breathe. Oh, what am I gonna see? No. What happened? Every bug's fucking dead. I felt my whole body convulse, whether from terror or nausea. I couldn't tell. My legs went limp and I crumpled to the floor. Ew. Okay, well, here we go. Something sticky pressed against the palm of my hand and I looked down to see blood. A vast warm pool. It was totally K, this room, I bet. Warm pool of fresh blood stretching out across the room, lapping from my legs and hands. Why? This can't be real. How could... Oh, every single one of them! Yeah, Decay's not here. Take a look at that. Take a gander at this scene. Also, all the blood piles seem to be near them, so how did he fall? Wait, how is Phi here already? Yeah. That's what I see! What the fuck? What Phi did we see? Was it a ghost? Did we see a Phi ghost? In the middle of the lake of blood, like an island of flesh were bodies. They were a bloody tangle of lifeless limbs and dead eyes with too much blood and chaos for me to tell who is who. I mean, I can easily tell who is who in this. Have they sliced themselves open or stabbed one another? Couldn't tell. All the blood, too much blood. Whatever they'd done, it was clear what tool they'd used to do it. The same scalpel, they all just shared it. A scalpel lay on the blood next to them, its handle and blade streaked with gore. This was how they had died, this tiny blade. Oh god. This is it. It's all over. This is how it ends. That's right. I have to end it. This nightmare will finally be over. Time to wake up. My fingers scraped across the floor as I picked up the scalpel. Oh shit! I lifted it slowly and carefully to my neck as if someone were guiding my hand with theirs. And drew it across my throat. Yay! Woohoo! We did it! We beat the game! But the real winning route was the friends we killed along the way. Yay! Roll credits! Aw, Bella. Hello? Why is it just the sad music? It's actually rolling the credits! Oh shit, it wasn't even a bad end! Oh my god! I almost fucking choked on my drink. I was right! Alright. I can't skip it. We actually just have to watch the credits because I cannot skip it. Alright, y'all! Woo! Cool. What are we playing next week? It's not a bad ending. Wait, what's an AH ending? AH stands for AHA. AHA's Take On Me. Take on me, take on me, take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. Oh my goodness. Oh shit! What the fuck is this music? And in A ending, not ending A. Oh, Oh, A. Gabe, you just made it more confusing. Hello? Not a single button I clicked. I cannot skip this. And it's like, congratulations, you fucked up. You cannot continue the game anymore. That'd be fun. Would love that. Bella's right here being cute. This is really loud! Let me turn it down! God damn. Holy shit, sorry. I just straight up turn it off. Is it done yet? When will Discord let me have... When will Discord let me... Oh, Clover ending. Wait, what? I got an achievement that said Secret Agent Woman. How is this a Clover ending? Clover was there, wasn't she? What the fuck? Interesting. Oh, I got a thing! Woohoo! Yeah, how the fuck was this a Clover ending? Maybe this is secret Clover knowledge that I have discovered and was important for me to continue the game. See? Look at this. This is open now. Or is it not? Maybe this is not open because I don't remember. Which one was the closed one anyway? All right, should we betray? Should we betray Quark? No, I think instead I'm gonna go back up here. Oh my god, into the sea these nuts. We're gonna go back up here and instead go down this route because apparently I forgot about that. So we're gonna try that. And apparently we still have this whole area to go to as well, but I'm scared. I don't want to betray. I literally cringe. Oh, we still have this part to go to as well. I literally cringe anytime I, like, personally betray my own morals in these kinds of games. Alright, let's go. Oh, Bella. Let's see. Oh, here I am again with Clover. Oh, shit! We can go through a Dio door. I'll take Dio! That means the red door for us.
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? Feels kind of weird to say that about myself.
Talk about edgy, sir.
Anyway, might as well be polite.
I wonder what that even means.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Are you okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him.
Bella. She's purring.
If Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. K, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door.
So cute.
It's not great, but it's better than D.
I'm glad this game is so simple because I can literally just pet her with one hand and then continue the game with another.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Mila! Gabe says hi. She's resting her head on one of my hands, so.
I'll take good care of him, I promise.
Is Quark still knocked out, I suppose, in this part? I guess he is. What about Fine, Kay?
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
Alright,
I
simple.
also approve of option B. I will take
I scared her somehow.
green door, correct?
I would take the green door. Yeah, good. It's like we're all set. Kay nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
So yeah, that was definitely Kay, like, just being sussy in that round. Like, where was he? And I think definitely, we had started experiencing our symptoms, because I don't know, either that or like Sigma literally just lost all hope with literally 7+ people being dead, right? And he's like, well, nothing left to it. Well, then where the fuck was Kay, was the thing, because Kay was nowhere to be seen. Come on, guys, hurry! Door's already closing.
I know!
Seconds to spare, we left to cross the threshold.
2,
Good
1,
girl.
0. Chromatic doors closing.
Hey, if I made Bella merch, would y'all buy it? I've actually been thinking about incorporating Bella into some assets or something. For my 3.0. Like, I don't know how specific, but I was thinking like if I had my starting screen or something, maybe had Bella in it. What is this? There's 3 different doors.
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
Just pull down the lever. My theory is that since he can't kill himself because of the armor, he's forever wandering and trying to find another way to die, like electrocution or something. I don't know. My theory is still that he's a ghost in the shell, which means he would not be able to contract the virus in the first place.
So this is a dead end? Great.
Wait. No, hold on. What's this thing?
Well, it's got a lever on it.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
Oh, like it's gonna leave you. I was like, why the fuck was it spelled that way? Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Oh shit! Speaking of, okay, so I went to the gas station the other day, before work to pick me up a drink, and there was this old man, and I don't know what he said exactly, but I was just kind of waiting for him to move away from the fountain drinks, and he said, you know, he's like, let me get out of the way, blah blah blah. Anyway, he said a joke. I didn't quite understand it, but I laughed at it. Anyway, I said, you have a good one. And then we start walking back at the same time. And so I was like, okay, well, a little bit awkward, wasn't it? And he says, do you want to hear a dad joke? And I was like, sure. I don't hear them too often. And he just says, I think my boots are on drugs. And I didn't quite understand that this was part of the joke. And I said, huh? It was just like, so yeah, he says, my boots are on drugs. And then he continues, I don't know what they've been laced with, but I've been tripping all day. There's 2 jokes in that. Get it? Because boots has... Anyway, just explaining the fucking joke, right? Anyway, it made my day. Thanks, Shinso. Everybody else laugh. I don't know what they've been laced with, but I've been tripping all day.
Am I great or what?
That was a good one, Clover. I'm okay with it.
Huh?
I don't know what they've been laced with. No. He didn't explain it. That was me. That was me explaining it. I thought the joke was funny. No. He did not explain it. That would have been so awkward.
Is this chick simple or something?
It's okay. I too only have one brain cell. I wouldn't rule it out. Let's just take it easy with her, okay?
Hey!
It's okay, Clover. I appreciate it.
Secret conversation in front of a lady.
I appreciate the effort.
I guess it can't be helped though. You boys just secrete secrets.
Ew. Oh, she kept going. I didn't understand that was a joke. I didn't understand she kept joking. You know what? If you don't laugh at your own jokes, who will?
Oh man, I'm good.
I'm proud of you, Clover. Okay.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
Why are you trying those slaps? I'm not over that. I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse?
Well, I think that's enough genius. How about we throw that lever?
Maybe she was making fun on how Dio pronounced it, because he said lever. Exactly. If you don't think your jokes are funny, then why say them? I thought you said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you?
This reminds me. It's not joke related, but it's comedy, I suppose. But I remember the specific scenario when I was in middle school. Okay, we're in the cafeteria. And I'm leaning forward on the cafeteria chair. And the cafeteria chair is one of those kind of black plastic chairs. And the feet of the chair are just a single... It's just like a single, like, metal piece that curves around the bottom. Sorry, it's a single on each side. So it's not 4 legs, it's just kind of like a rounded thing, I guess. Anyway, point was I was leaning forward on it just a little bit past the little nub feet that it has at the bottom. And I was, you know, talking to my friends or whatever, but at a moment, I guess I leaned too far forward and the seat shot back. Like, it literally launched itself and I fell out of the chair, slapping my face on the table. It's such a funny memory to me. It happened so quickly. And I get up, grab my chair, my friends are laughing, and I try and explain something, or I try and speak out after that incident, like after it. You know, I'm also trying to hold back a laugh, but as I do, like a giant wad of spit just flies out of my mouth. It's like so embarrassing. And like, we were just dying. It's like when I was fucking, I was just laughing so hard. The tears were coming out of my eyes. But it's like when we were doing raid night on Tuesday. It's just one of those laughs that ends up getting so out of hand you can't control it anymore. And even though you can't breathe, the laugh keeps coming out. God, those are terrifying sometimes. What if the lever is dangerous every bit? At the point I'm expecting one of those to actually be true. What? Oh yeah. We pull down the lever and we all explode.
Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Yeah, you're right.
Fine, I'll do it. Ready? Here we go.
Last week? You mean this past raid? Yeah, this past raid week was really fun. Huh, the center one open.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Wait, what does the band-aid mean? I don't remember what the wait. Yeah, I don't remember what the band-aid meant. Oh, and this one, I think we already did this. This is an unlocked one. And then we got stuck here again, which was weird. The door color? I thought we just opened the blue door. You might be right, though. I guess we didn't open the blue door.
Through the center one then. Forward.
Now waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. Damn, we still got a whole ass other fucking route we gotta work with. I'm too scared. I don't want to have to go vote betrayal, Quark. I feel like it's inevitable. There's probably some sort of knowledge I have to get in there. What is this place?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
I dissected frogs once when I was in middle school, but for some reason something changed when I got to high school. We had to dissect frogs again in high school. I don't know what happened, but for some reason I could no longer do it. I had to, luckily there was like partner sort of thing, and I had to, I had to ask my partner. I was like, please, like, you do all the dissecting part. Like, for some reason it was grossing me out. The feel of pressing the needles into the arms or something. Ugh! I was like, I'll write notes. That was so easy and eager to do it in middle school, but not anymore. I wonder if I had a particular traumatic event between frogs that might have been what happened. A laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here?
I don't know if I ever told y'all that story, but I'm not gonna.
If they do...
Good idea. We might be able to find some kind of some of that Excalibur.
If we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Well, somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
Well, we won't know until we look. So let's get started. No, not the dissection. I always talk about different traumatic events. Seek a way out! Yeah! I was leaning against the fucking bike stand. She's so fat. Alright, let's look at shit, shall we? What's this thing? Nose. Alright, cool. Cool story. There's something on this tray. Looks like a ball? There isn't anything in it. Do you think we're supposed to stick this metal part to stop thing? Is this a ball? I kind of thought this was like a flexible plastic, like a... I keep wanting to say squeegee, but that's not the right word. Something that you suck, you press it down, right? And it squeezes out the air, and you put it in a liquid and you let go and it sucks. It sucks the liquid in. What is that called? What are those things called? Like a turkey baster, but they're not all called basters, right? Well, seeds were germinating. Suction? No, not a suction cup. Binder. There's some paper inside. Let me see that. That step. Did I scare you with that? Steps for dissecting a frog. Oh, boy. A binder. Looks like there's 2 pieces of paper in here. Yeah, let's see here. Hydroponics research 1 and 2. Alright, should I read those, maybe? Steps for dissecting a frog. Remove the specimen from its preservation. Preserving ethanol. Dispose of the ethanol by pouring it down the drain in a fume cupboard. The ethanol will be filtered and gathered in the liquid waste tank beneath the cupboard. Begin dissecting using provided scalpel. How is that steps for dissecting a frog? That's more like steps on how to dispose of the ethanol. Be sure to conduct your dissection inside the fume cupboard. The door is protected by a 4-digit password. You can use the hit below. Can't wait. Wrong one. Preparation of hydroponic, not hydrophobic, fluids and seeds. Prepare the 5 different hydroponic, god damn it. I keep wanting to say hydrophobic. Fluids, dilute with ratio 1 part fluid, 10 part water. Water is a fluid. Each fluid has a distinct color. Prepare the 5 type of plant seeds, 2 long seeds, 3 round seeds. 2 long, 3 round. Okay, Ben, I'm sorry. What is this? No, not that. Oh. There's more seeds here. Round seed. Long seed. Okay, never mind. Let me look at this, actually. It's black. There's nothing going on here. Okay. Oh god, more math! 33253. You know that hydroponics research thing we just found? I think it said something about preparing different hydroponic fluids and how they each had a different color. Do you think it was talking about these? Probably. It's a large lever embedded in the wall. Man, look at all these pipes. I think they run down into the beakers underneath. That handle's where the pipes meet. Oh shit, this kind of crap again. If you turn the handle right, the liquid goes right. And if you turn it left, the liquid goes left. So maybe if you put it in— Ow! Oh, I hit my knee. Oh, shit. You put it in the middle, half goes to the left and half goes to the right. Y'all know when you hit your knee and it's like not particularly a painful feeling, not a standard painful, you know? But it has a very weird and extremely uncomfortable feeling. I wonder what is causing that. Obviously, it's something like the knee being moved around. Is it like pressure on the tendons? I want this game to explain that information to me. What is this liquid then? Probably water? What do the numbers mean? Are they supposed to indicate the amount of water that flows out of each pipe? Well, obviously. A knee is a bone, right? Is the knee a bone, actually? Or is it cartilage? What is a knee? A knee's a bone, right? Knee's a bone. Oh shit, Zuno, I'll take a drink, thank you. What's the answer, Zuno? Oh. I put the water cup down and scared Bella. There aren't any units, but it looks like 80-somethings of water come out of the center pipe. The knee is the joint where the bones of the lower and upper legs meet. It's a joint. It's a joint? I always just assumed the knee was like hovering there, right? Something used to protect that joint. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, the kneecap! That's what I'm thinking of. What's the kneecap? I feel like I've never called it a kneecap in like a long time. And then each pipe after the split gets 40. So we're supposed to regulate the flow of water with the handle so that each beaker gets the correct amount? Yeah. How do we get the water to come out in the first place, though? I think you probably just pull that lever right there on the right. Like this. After turning the correct levers, hold down the lever. Why did I say it 2 different ways? Your knee is triangular? I always assumed it was like an oval. Holy shit! Hold down the lever on the right to pour water into the beaker. Yeah, my kneecap. Did I say that? Okay, let's give this a shot. Hold on, I need information. Research has shown there is a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used in the type of seed. These relationships can be characterized in the following manner. The long seeds fail to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Round seeds in fluid B, yellow, and D, cyan, fail to germinate. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C. Non-marked seeds fail to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. How you doing, Baku? One part fluid, 10 parts water. Okay, if we assume this is already 1 part fluid, that would mean that these numbers need to indicate... These numbers, when deposited, need to indicate the 10 part water, right? So that would mean 30, 30, 20, 50, and 30. Right? So then this would have to go all the way this way. Right? That's 40. No. How do I do that? Maybe I'm wrong. So that would be... Hi, Mia! How are you doing? I'm mathing right now. So that would be 40 this way, and then 20. And that would only be... I thought I had an idea, but not quite. Fuck. Let me see if I can figure out the other side. Hi, Shinso! And it's the same thing on this side too, right? But let's see. If I do it this way, this is 20. 20, 20. Oh, so this would be it, right? So it's already split this way. It's 20, 20. 20 goes down here. The other 20... No. 30. Sorry, the other 30 would go down here. So that would be 10, right? Okay, okay. I got it, I got it. This should be right for that side. Which would mean 20... 20... 10 is going here, so same thing. This one should be good. I should not be able to touch these two. If 80... I don't think 80 can go all the way to the left. Especially since 5 is over here. So if we split that, that's 40. Okay. 40 here. Yeah, this is the same thing. So these have to be this way. And then... Hold on. What was my math here? 40. Right? 40. 20. This would be 50. And then... This split's 20. Yeah. Yay! Easy! This one was so much easier than the other one. Woohoo! We poured the water into the beakers. All the lights are green. You did it! Hell yeah, I did it. My brain is huge right now. I like it when my brain can figure out like what the whole deal is. I think it was because there was less guessing. Because the whole thing was that you had to figure out based on like a hidden denominator, right? You had to figure it out based on the last two numbers if it was correct. There was definitely, these numbers were smaller, but there was also less of them. I mean, same. All right, so what else info we got? Oop, wrong thing. Oop. You did it. Sorry, hold on. There we go. What the hell are you doing? This isn't rocket science. Just follow the seconds. Oh, my god, sorry. Shit. Alright, so this is the long seed, right? Is this the striped seed, technically? Or is this striped? Oh, Bella. Yeah, Dio. What the hell are you doing? I thought striped meant like long, but one half is colored, the other half isn't. Maybe. I then don't have any markings. You think I'm missing something? I don't think I am. There's only 2 types of seeds mentioned. And it mentioned germinating, so... Oh my god, I keep fucking up. Where's my menu? Here it is. Long seeds, round seeds. Or maybe you're right. Maybe I am missing a striped seed. Long seeds fail to germinate in 3 random non-specific fluids. None of the seeds germinated in green, so we can mark off the green one. Non-marked seeds fail to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D and fluid E, only 1 failed to germinate. Let me see if I can find any more here. Oh, here they are. Here's the striped seed. What is this? What's this thing? That thing on the top looks like some sort of industrial strength lid. Oh, it's a light bulb. You open it up, it looks like a blender or something. Oh, never mind, it's a whisk. I don't think you'd use it for cooking, though. Maybe it's for scientific experimentation. We are in a lab. Yeah, you can probably pulverize just about anything with something this heavy duty. A binder. There's some paper inside it. It says DNA extraction instructions. Oh shit, the dinner. So this is like a process order of elimination kind of thing. What is this? I can't look at it, so alright, all the info I need is on this other side. I want to look inside these test tubes, but there's nothing here. Alright. I keep forgetting how to bring up my items. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Do I need to get them in a position where they can germinate, or do I simply just put them in the colors that they say? Long seeds would be the long ones. 3 fluids, no work. So hold on. I think I need a visual imagery here. There's only 5 fluids, right? I need to find a notebook. I'll be right back, y'all. Coincidentally, a friend got me some cat-themed notebooks for my birthday, and I never used notebooks, so I had no reason to even open these. I think it's fun to make notes. kitty cat. I'll just use the first one. Alright. I wonder what I should do with these. No, I don't think I will. What happened to my pen? Bella, what happened to my pen? Are you sitting on it because you're fat? Or did I drop it? Ah, here it is. Okida dokida! Let's see, round seeds. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in green, so we know that green is one of the colors that is bad for long seed. A long seed. X to green. Green is no go. Bella, don't play with that. What else? Non-marked seeds failed to germinate in A and yellow. So we know, or sorry, we know red and yellow are also bad for the long seeds, which means they should be good in the other colors. Hi, Shiro, how are you? Alright. So that'll start us off. Let's see. Green, red, yellow. Which means the blues should work. Hey, hold on. You really think you've got enough seeds for that? I think that hydroponics research thing said something about needing 5 types of seeds. Oh. Well then, wait, what is this? There's a rectangular hole in the wall. Do you like such games? Oh yeah, I love games like this. But I thought I thought I had enough seeds. Alright, so I am clearly missing something else, but what is this for? Is this a microscope? I tried looking into the eyepiece, but it's pitch black in there. Well, there's these 4 holes on top of it. Maybe we need to stick something in them. Oh, hold on. No, stop it. Let me out of here. There we go, I'll put one of these in. Keep fucking up. A machine that looks like a microscope of some sort. Oh yeah, we got the clover ending. I wonder if I'm supposed to put something in them. Oh, apparently putting these in the holes is not what I'm supposed to do. So. What the fuck? Why won't it let me out of here? Oh, here we go. What does this machinery do? A strange machine, we don't know what it does. Probably best to leave it alone. Where's this game? Well, how am I gonna get the rest of the nuts if I don't know where I am to be? Oh wait, there's some over here. Oh, I see some frogs. These are also striped. Maybe these are just the striped ones. These look like something you might put specimens in. Maybe, but there's nothing in them right now. Well, that's not true. Yeah, Froggy! I thought that was a hand, like an alien hand. It's like, they're empty. We probably won't need them then. Alright, no beakers. I'm still missing a seed, I think. Do we get dissected? Do we start dissecting the frog? No, we're missing some sort of room, right? God damn it. Ah, oh, there it is again! The lion eating the sun. What the heck? Pretty fancy tray. Is that a cat playing with ball and yarn? Are you even looking at... God damn it, he's doing his whole cat things again. Are you even looking at it? It's a lion. How are you not kidding that? What? Sorry, it's sort of tick I picked up when I was a kid. Whenever I talk about cats, I kind of... Well, you heard. That's pretty weird. A lion eating the sun. What is this over here? Ah! Oh, there's the other sea. It's the last one. Round. Okay. Open up the frogs. Pour it in. Huh? Why'd they put a speaker here? That's a drain. What is wrong with you? Oh, I see. You've got some... got the frog there. Planning to take it out, I assume. You'd probably pour the ethanol down the drain first. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. I'll just pour the froggy ethanol in the drain. Put the soup. And set the frog over there. Alright. Why are we dissecting the frog again? Y'all ready for this? Sigma, what are you gonna do with the scalpel? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? Oh, he's not a scientist, but he is into that stuff, right? Oh, I get, could alchemy would be science, I guess, right? Is that something you learn, though? I feel like alchemy is such a niche thing. It's more history, but maybe scientific history. But, poor Lord Hoppington, what are you freaking out about? It's dead. That's not the point. It's still sad. I don't know, I could have sworn as doctor it was related to medical science too, but maybe, I don't know, maybe not, because he doesn't seem too knowledgeable about that either. Yeah, it is kind of sad. Oh, for the love of... This frog is dead! It is an ex-frog! Oh, fine, I'll do it. Hey, well, I guess that seems to be the trouble. Huh? What came out of its stomach? Blue capsule? Oh shit, we got another one! Pokeball! Lord Hoppington? Why? You left us too soon! Shut up! This tank collects liquid waste. The ethanol I poured down the drain should be in there. You poured down? What are you talking about? It's a little big, but I have a feeling we should take it. Okay. Lord Hoppington! What the frog doing? He being dead. Strange machine. Wait, what is this one? Oh, we've only got 3 of these. Yeah, I think these holes would be a good fit. Doesn't look like it's the size and shape. Doesn't it look like the size and shape are just right? Whoever seems to think I can insert something in the holes. Is it not these? Or am I supposed to be looking at the, Oh, there we go. A microscope, apparently. It has circular holes in the top that fit into the capsules we found. How come I couldn't put the other ones in? Maybe I'm missing stuff. Maybe they have to be filled with something. What about the other juice we found? Alright, so let's look at the seeds I have again. God, I have so much shit in here. Holy crap. Round. Striped. Wait. Round and striped. Long and striped. What is... Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I think most of these are just general statements. So... The plain long seeds... should both work in the same ones, so that would be both the blue ones. Each seed requires a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. Press the A button to grab a seed, then place it on top of another seed to switch them. Press the check button after you have put the seeds in the correct places. When each seed is in the correct culture, you will have completed this puzzle. I'm not sure what's going on, but here goes. Alright. So we're gonna put this in here. Wait, did it not work? How do I let go? What am I doing here? Oh, swap them. Here we go. Drop it. Oh. I thought this was a little bit more specific. Wait, what? I can only put them in one of each. Oh wait, but hold on. There was more information, right? Striped seeds. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Striped seeds don't work. Now the marked seeds. I think the marked seed is not a striped seed. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. Ah! Okay, it's probably referring to the circle one, so that might be right. Round seeds and yellow. Hold on. Gotta get my notes again. So no yellow. Look, it sounds like snakes hissing in this song. No cyan. That would include all the striped ones as well. None of the marked seeds germinated, put the green. So marked also does not have. I've also I miswrote round as round. So marked is the same. And the marked circular round seed can also not be put in green. So that's 3 colors out of the way for that one. Non-marked seeds failed to germinate. No, it's not relevant because we're looking at marked seed. Or are we? Red or yellow? Did that leave just blue? No, because blue's spot is already full. Wait, I'm confused now, because this means that... Unless I'm looking at this completely wrong. Oh, sorry, yellow, cyan, and green. Red and blue. Wait. That's not the same. That would mean blue. Well, I guess it can't be blue, right? What was the color left? Red. Oh, some trivia, huh? It's too much math. This isn't really math. It's more like context clues. Some seeds share features, some not, right? Let's see. None of the marked seeds germinated, put in green, right? Yep. Okay. So what other ones are we looking at, hopefully? We are looking at the striped and the round alone. Round cannot be in green. Or sorry, round cannot be in yellow, so it can be in green. And striped... Striped seeds were put in D, and cyan and blue, only one germinated. I don't think that's relevant. That's the only one that mentions stripes. And we already know one is here. So let's try this. Ah, shit, okay. So 2 of them were wrong, and it was the circular striped one and the long seed? These 2? Is that it? Oh, sorry, I fucked it up. Wait, how did that swap out now? Which ones was it? Oh, silly me. Oh, the 2 stripes were wrong. Interesting. Hold on, let me read that again. Long seeds failed to germinate. In 3 fluids. None of the seeds, none of marked seeds germinated in green. I should have started with that one maybe. Anyway, we got it. But interesting. The striped seeds were 50-50. Oh. What color did it end up going to? Interesting. Yay! You did it, Sigma! You sown your seeds. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quiet, you two. Look at this. Yes, what's the Twibia? Oh, Pokeball! Oh. A red capsule? Let's get our prize. There's a red capsule sitting in the hole. Oh, it is red. Theo makes a Monty Python reference by calling Lord Hoppington an X-Frog. In one of the shows, the dead parrot is called an X-Parrot. I didn't know that. I've never really seen Monty Python. Alright, let's put this in the contraption, shall we? And now we're missing other stuff. Can I put the thing back? Why do I still have all the seeds, goddammit? Oh, pardon me. Put the thing back. I need to blend it. Drain. What am I blending exactly? Okay, it's time to throw this root in the mixer. Bloop. Now what? We blended it? I think I've watched Holy Grail like once. And that's it. Alright, done. Now what? What did I get out of it? What do we need to do next? Is there anything in the DNA extraction instructions? Oh, place plant material, designate a blender, and activate once the material has been thoroughly broken down. Add, oh, saline water. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Now I'll just pour the saline solution in here. Movie night for Monty Python. Aren't some better than others? You should watch Men in Tights. That seems like the same kind of comedy, right? There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Like soup. Coffee is what I meant. Okay, looking good. Sigma and Clover mentioned Setsubun as Sigma examines the round and unmarked seeds on easy mode. What is Setsubun? On easy mode? Why easy mode? Okay, looking good. Filter, drip down the beaker. Once this is done, pour the ethanol into the beaker. Ethanol. Do I have ethanol? I think I had the tank, right? Yeah, the tank is all I have here. Alright, next I need to pour the ethanol into the beaker. The dirty frog water. Then... voila! Huh. I guess this should do it. What did I do here? Alright, I'm gonna dip the protrusion on this capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Awesome, you got it all! Okay, we have one, which means I'm missing a color of some sort. Now what? Clearly need 4, right? Maybe I can ferment all my seeds. Sigma! Come here! What's wrong? I can see something in here. What do you mean, something? Ah, just look! It's easier than explaining. In here? Oh shit, Gattaca! Y'all ever seen that movie? My biology teacher made me watch it in high school. This is the code for your DNAs. What the heck is this? Probably a simplified version of a DNA sequence. A is adenine, G is guanine, C is cytosine. No, not Gatsby. Gattaca. It's called Gattaca. G-A-T-A-G-A. Wait. Sorry, G-A-T-A-C-A. Not Gattaca. T is thymine. I think we can manipulate it. Yeah, looks like a puzzle. It has to do with pairing these bases. Bases? Yeah. DNA is made out of 4 bases. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. However, you can only bind A and T or G and C. Anything else just won't work. These are called complementary base pairings. Sure know a lot about this stuff. I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve the puzzle now. Give it a shot. Alright, so only C and A and... Wait, sorry. G and C and A and T, right? Reposition each row so that A is connected to T and G connected to C. A to T, huh? Oh, there we go. A to T, G to C. I just keep scrolling it. Wait, but I can only scroll specific way. Frick. Let's see. Oh. Interesting. So this will move both. But this will only move one. Huh. Huh. It has to be like this. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, so the top is right. But the bottom not so much. But if I move both these, should end of hard. Okay, so this also needs to be T. Can I just move the whole thing? Interesting. Ah. Re-examine the frog on easy mode without the binder. Stuffs for dissecting your frog, Dio. Maybe we shouldn't write off the artificial respiration so quickly. This frog could actually be a princess some remote European country. Huh? He probably pissed a witch off and he encouraged him to be a frog. The only thing that could change him back is the kiss of a woman. I'll do it. I'll kiss him. Did you get drunk this second? Why is all these only on easy mode? Why? Oh, god damn it. Why is this game only funny? Alright, all those are good, but these are not connecting. There we go. Alright. Wait, what the fuck? Why does this rotate both? Well, this is obnoxious. This is like a Rubik's Cube, and I'm not good at this shit, so... God dang it. Like... Wait, hold on. So it only sometimes moves them, which is... I don't understand this. Huh. I let go by accident. I didn't even mean to do that. Yay! We did it! Ha! Did it! Good job, Sigma. That was awesome. You want a treat? I'm not hungry. You're turkey. Ah, Hungary. What in the hell? Stop screwing off. We don't have time for that. Why is she funny in this one? I'll get over here and look at this. Oh? There's something on it. Yeah, what if it's a passcode to get the fuck out of here? Alright! Woohoo! The winner chicken dinner is... Hold on. I forgot how to draw. We got a moon. We got the sun. And we got the star. Alright. I'm just drawing it down because I want to try and get the file. This is the safe password. Perfect. That's just what we need. Yeah, now we can get in the safe. Alright, cool. Bow, bow, bow. I wonder if we still need the blender for this. I'm going to use those seeds in the mixer? Yeah. You think I shouldn't? No, I just mean, don't you think you should put all of them in? You mean all 5 different types of seeds? Yeah. Interesting. Why not? Dump them in. Yay! I was wondering, I was like, if we have all these seeds left over, it's probably just used for the second one. Alright, done. And then put the saline in. Do I still have ethanol though? There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it eventually. Okay, looking good. Oh, I still do. Pour the ethanol in. Then... I guess this should do it. Alright. Alright. Awesome, you got it all. Whee! Alright, cool. Put it in. Look! The screen changed. What's going on? You put it in a yellow capsule, right? I think it reacted to that. Why? Down now. But I was just thinking. Thinking what? Well, that thing we just put in had the plant DNA, right? Maybe that caused this. Anyway, let's have a look. Don't you think? Oh, the screen. Oh, my bad. Oh, it just gave us the next password. Okay. Easy, no next puzzle. Huh? It's different now. Shapes are in different places. Wait, what was the other one? I didn't get it. Hold on. Which one is it? Here we go. Star, moon, star. Let's get that file. Safe, right? Yeah. Just like the word AB when you do with the password. Star. Moon. Star. Yay! Give me that file! It's empty. Alright, next one. Moon. Sun. Star. Woo! I'm gonna have this little notebook be for my puzzle games. It's very exciting. Ha! It opened! Awesome! The suspense is killing me. Okay, what do we got here? First is... I would've grabbed the big fucking bottle, which I think is the vaccine. A map? It says floor B. The one I found in the infirmary said floor A. So did the one in the lounge. And that would make floor A the top floor, right? I mean, we rode the elevator down to get here. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. These are... key cards. Each one's got a picture of a moon on it. These have to be the cards the announcer was talking about. Looks like they gave us two, just like the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll hang on to one. Cool. Sure, fine. Have I had any math problems today? Kind of. It was mostly just subtraction. We had one puzzle that was dispensing specific quantities of liquid in different directions. We've done it before, basically. But it was literally simple math, like 2 digits split halfway. Like, oh, 80 divided 80 split halfway is 40, and then to split that away halfway again, 20. Next up, you got a notebook, huh? Why did he reach around this bottle straight? It's like opening a birthday present and you're clearly trying to avoid like the actual present and go for the card that's at the very bottom instead. Yeah, it was easy. Anything interesting? I can't read any of this. Are these even letters? What the heck is this? Isn't it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this. What language is it? Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian. Maybe it's doctor speak. They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway, what else have we got here? Looks like 2 more things. Oh shit! Is that medicine? What's it say on the label? AXELAVIR. Excel-lever? Axe lever? Wait, didn't Luna say something about, Excel-lever? You're right. This is it. This is the Excel-lever. Yeah, no shit. It's the cure for Radical 6. Oh, it wasn't a vaccine, it was a cure. Whoa, hold on. Let me see that. Later, we need to get out of here as quick as possible. Let me see that. He spits in it. Yeah, we need to get this stuff to Quark. First, we've got to get out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy. You got it, right? Yeah, let's go. Oh, shit, didn't fart. Wait, which was the exit? I forgot. Wasn't this door, right? Or it wasn't. There it is. Right now, you guys ready? Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it over with. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. They explode. Ah, yay! You found it! I got an achievement called Master of Escapology. I'm a master at this game.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Yes, sir.
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check.
He shoves me and takes the scalpel that I had.
One of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
Dia, I got me a notebook, and it's gonna have all of my notes in for these fucking games so I can solve these puzzles.
First off, this machine.
Oh yeah, we never solved it, didn't we?
We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Yeah.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here, there's a name or something. IG Replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
Whoa. So it's like a copy machine?
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
IG stands for Instagram. Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Is ice cream sold by the gallon? Of course! This machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that? Oh, this is the funny Clover route. We're just making fun of her. We're calling her mean names. In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Oh, maybe I guess this is his field, isn't it?
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Oh, IG stands for idiotic girl. I'm not getting these jokes, apparently. He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
We do, we just figured it out. And actually, Dia, my handwriting is very legible, and I'll show y'all later. Just stupid notes I made today.
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yes.
The vial. Could you show it to me again? I didn't
Why?
really get a good look at it before.
Why would you need to look at it?
We're in there so close I could barely see it.
It's a purple
Was it really Excalibur?
vial that said Excalibur on it. Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written right there on the label. Excelivir.
You really are an idiot. Although I guess in this case the G and IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... Words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Yeah, I figured. Fucking yoinked it out of my hands. Before I can blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Theo slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe.
Bro, I thought this was the music to Metroid Prime for a second. I should play Metroid Prime.
I'll even give it back to you later.
What? No, not later! Give it back
I
now!
don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
What quest?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine to blackmail me?
It's horrible.
All we have to do is just tell everybody that he took the medicine, and then we'll kill him.
You're using Quark's life as leverage.
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
Are we gonna vote ally then, or are we just gonna fuck him over? I kind of don't want to... I don't want to vote ally just to fucking be a dick. I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I'd curled my hands into fists. Adia would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
I'll smash your face, you piece of bitch. You piece of bitch. He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it.
It's not fair.
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be.
When we get out of here, I'm killing Dio first thing. Decapitation.
So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Fine. I promise.
Sigma.
Sigma balls.
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually.
Alright, I said I promise, so give me the vial back.
I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and... well...
Oh, I don't think we'll lose, right? We won't die if we vote ally. And he even betrays us, right?
See you chumps later.
I just don't want to give him the
Really looking
satisfaction of
forward
winning.
to the next round.
We'll just let Quark die. With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room. Pila, pila, pila.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Well, what do you want me to do?
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now.
Oh, never mind. I will die.
If we choose ally, and he
Okay, never
chooses
mind.
betray,
We're voting betray. I know. I'll drop to -1. That means I'll get penalized.
that means
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do it as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. Wait, that doesn't mean anything, because removing one person from this game means nobody can win, right? Because that, then Quark will.
so you're going to die to save his life? That's
Gabe's like, isn't this route?
why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from the foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. I'm curious, do you think Dio would kill us? I'm trying to think. I'm gonna go with what he says. I want to see if Dio would really be the dick. Hi, dipshit, how are you? Everyone else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I could die, right? I didn't wait for Clover's response. Because like I said, if I'm removed from the picture, right? That means none of us can get out. Because none of them would be able to continue the game, right? You would need at least 3 people. So I feel like he wouldn't be that dumb. Oh wait, what's his number at now? Because if he's at 6, then never mind. I wonder if there's a way for me to tell. I can't remember. If he is at 6, then you know, this might be it. But this is only the second AB, so I don't think any of us are at 6 yet, right? I don't think there's... I can't remember. I need to look at the flowchart right now. Hold on. Ah. Oh, god damn it, Dio. You know it's fucking Dio.
Until Ambidex game polling closes.
I just keep holding Bella's paws and my hand's so sweaty.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Yeah, of course you did, bitch. Let's see. No, this would have been the first one, right? I don't remember. Well, let's figure it out. Dio. One of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. And besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose.
Salud, señorita. I don't know what salud means. Goodbye?
I don't know about you. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
I don't know about you. You know what? We're Look, I don't know. We'll do what he says. We'll do what he says. Ugh. Oh, thank you. I glanced around the warehouse. Elsa and Kay were back. As was Phi. And, of course, Clover. Where's Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No way, huh? No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
So,
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
No.
It's that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
I can just whisper it to them. And then we'll gang up on Dio. My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Besides me, Clover bit her lip. Oh, besides me. Not besides me. So, how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Miley shook her head. I think it's in a moment. Excuse me. That almost looked choreographed. Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us?
I can't wait to die peacefully. I almost said painfully, but luckily, you know, you're put to sleep, right?
We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
This is taking too long, so I might have to just, you know, next week it.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice K and Tenmyoji found.
Can we?
Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
Yeah! Perhaps. Gah, what a bastard.
then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Ow. Oh, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
I will too.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded at Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Theo and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Gosh dang it. Okay then. Guess we should be going
Hold
too.
on.
Oh?
Show me that journal first.
Oh.
Dio told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with his words. Some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. 1 sec. I dug the journal in my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Oh, she would know that, huh? Latin. You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log.
It's like they offered Latin in my high school as a language you could take. I should have taken it. I thought that I don't know if there would have been any relevance to that. Maybe if I took maybe if I went to college for some specific you know, area or whatever. But I feel like that would have been fun.
It's not gonna be some sort of I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it.
She already speaks pretty monotone, but the way she said that was definitely very Igus.
But most of these words I've never even seen before.
I started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. And suddenly she stopped.
Wait.
Dang, y'all know each other pretty far back, huh?
I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me.
Oh.
This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
In Latin? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
How do you talk about something like that in a dead language? When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-to-one basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1... what does that symbol mean? Is that a squared or square root? 1 to 1/6 of square root? 1 to the square root of 1/6? Or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes out, is that a square root, right? Square root? This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.406 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds or... Oh, okay. I guess that's why it sounded like it's a Quark that everybody was talking so fast. But Latin, although fun to take and helps with learning other languages, isn't super helpful in the real world, or super useful. Yeah, I didn't think so, that's what I was saying. Like, unless I took some very particular course in college, I don't think it would have been very relevant at all. Or square root 6 seconds have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds have passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Oh, it's a radical. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root. Oh. Okay. Was I right, though? Is that little symbol called square root? I can't read! Who's playing things? Stupid Steam shit going on. The function inverse to the taking of power. Power. Maybe square root wasn't the right thing. I don't even remember anyway. With math. In a less mathematical sense, it could also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Yeah, that's what radical means, right? Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is, as of yet, no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact, 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would be a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information unable to keep up. It begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of the virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternate means of treatment. Damn, she translated a lot of this! Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows and rats everywhere feeding on the dead. Oh my god, this is getting fucking grim. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please let their future be a bright one. Yeah, yeesh. Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. You get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's, what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me.
I feel like the bodies piled high in the cityscapes is definitely a relevant point. Because that for sure tells us that so much time has passed by already.
First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Excelavir that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities?
That was theorized at some point, right? And then Dio was like, no, what if Zero just wants you to think that?
But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
Trying to say that this place might be one of the underground shelters? Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected too, infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters...
Just those 500 rats.
Makes sense.
There's the one that was in here. Just seeing you pop up with like rat brain or anything with rats is involved is really fun.
Maybe we've been here for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
Bella, Bella. And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
What if they're using our rat brain to help develop a cure? Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense because we already got the cure. So never mind. I don't know what the point is. No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? Most importantly, why the hell are we playing the notary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from the pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
I had barely finished speaking before she took off for the Magenta tour. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
Oh, okay. And with that... I love you, Bella. She was gone. Man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. I'm gonna stop right there. Woo! We got one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 endings. Woohoo! Oh shit, my back. Thank you all so much for coming. Tonight, I'm gonna go watch Spider-Man. Anyway, let's go to Twitch. See who we should raid. Oh, you know what? We don't raid as Hazubi that often, and Hazubi is having her birthday stream. It looks like she's playing a Valorant. Or maybe not. I don't know. All these games look the same. Anyway, let's go say hi to Hazubi. Happy birthday. Happy birthday raid. Let's do a happy birthday raid. Gab, can you make the message for me, please, Gab? Anyway, tomorrow, 7 p.m. CST. No, sorry, 1 p.m. CST. Not 7, sorry. That's my normal one. You know what? I'll make the message. Happy birthday. Oh, there we go. That works. Thanks, Gab. 1 p.m. CST, we're gonna continue more Plague Tale. I'm glad that whatever issue I had last week was not a real issue show, right? No, Bella, don't fight that. And, hope you all had fun today. Oh, Soya. Oh, shit, Soya's also birthday going on. Damn, everyone's birthday is always the same time. Anyway, see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Good night. Bye.